in Photoshop, there's different modes. 3D, motion painting, you always want to have it checked on photography. And you're going to get this amazing navigator that like lets you zoom in and out of photos. So let's start there. Everyone go find like the little box on the right. And if you click on the down arrow, you can click on photography. So now you're going to right click and you're going to duplicate your layer. And you can give it, you know, you can give it a name, you know, I'm just going to give it like, you know, background copy. And the reason you want to do this is, let's say you are working, oh, and I just got the rainbow wheel of death. Okay, there we go. Let's say you're working and like, I am working on like giving Lixi a mustache and I make a horrible mistake and I'm like, oh, I don't want that. I can literally just remove it. I can delete it. When Lixi's older, she's going to be so mad at me for using this photo. So I look at the background copy as having insurance. So this is my insurance. If I mess up, you know, I always have my original, and I can also compare it. I often will compare and see like, do I like my original better or do I like the new edits I made more? So now we're going to go to our cookie and we're going to do color correction. So you're going to click on your cookie. I have a professor, I had a professor named Anna Collette. Shout out to you, Anna, if you're watching this. Thank you for introducing the cookie to me. And she would bring us back cookies from New York City when she would go do artist talks. So you want to click on curves. You're going to see different drop-down settings. The setting you want to look at, it says RGB. That stands for red, green, and blue. So we're going to first click on red. And we're going to rename curves 1. We're going to name it red because we're focusing on red. So you'll go back up and you'll click on red. And then you're going to find the central point and you're just going to click down. You're just going to give it a central, and I actually clicked up. But you're going to click right in the center. And I invite you all to just experiment. I like to click in the center and then I use my keyboard to move up or down because I have terrible control with my mouse. I just can't control it well. But you can use your mouse or you can use your keyboard. But you'll see if you move up, you get red. And if you move down, you get the opposite of red. And so we can make it really dramatic, but we can see with our own eye that like Lixi isn't, she's not like super clear and it's not like the best color for her. And so with my bare eye, I can make subtle adjustments and see, like, just notice like, where is there a lot of red in my image? Where could there be less red? And if you look at your input number, your input is where like it usually is. And then your output is how far you're straying from that number. Like 126 is like the middle. And for Lixi, I think I'm actually gonna take away some red. I think that looks nice. And I can use my eye to take away and to add and to see what I like best. It looks like maybe I don't need to remove too much red. So I did red. Oh, cancel. I'm actually going to come back and I'm going to click on red, and I took away 1 point. So I'm going to put red -1. And the reason you do this is because even though we're not printing right now, I promise you, like I promise with everything that I am, when you are printing, the printer sometimes has a mind of its own, and you're going to need to know how many more of a color to add to your print. And it's good for us to start developing like healthy workflows and practices that are going to save us time and money later. So you'll start with red, and then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do red, Once you're done with red, you're going to go to the cookie and you're going to push curves and you're going to go to green. And you're going to do the same thing with green. The opposite of green is magenta. And you can see by like the drastic, even though that looks kind of cool, it looks like Lisi's at a rave, like a Mexican rave. But you're gonna, I'm gonna bring it back to the center. You're gonna find what looks better. I actually think I'll add some magenta. And once I do the green and I write down how many points, I come back to the cookie and I push curves. And then my last color is blue. And when you're done with each color, red, green, and blue, and you've added more of that color or added the opposite of, and you can, if you hold down your mouse, you can turn off the eyes so you can't see it, and then you can turn it back on to see if you're really happy with the work.